Okay,
Buenos
I
noches,
can
mi gente.
verify we're definitely live. And we forgot to kick him off the broadcast before bringing him on and introducing him. Good
Too
job.
late now, he's here.
Huh?
Too late now, he's here.
Yes, he is.
All right, so
Okay,
you might
guys.
get the introductions out. All right, so, okay, let's start over. Buenos noches, mi gente. My llama is Stealth.
I'm Evie, obviously. And we are here with the Smokebreak with a Brooklyn Nets fan by the name of Godfather. And I'm pretty excited because tonight we were supposed to have a social worker on here. I ain't even gonna hold you, right? But she had a stomach bug, and then we said, you know what? Fuck it. We've got a Brooklyn Nets fan. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories in the Black community, which would have been cool to have the therapist on. But it's cool because she's coming next time. And a Brooklyn Nets fan who isn't really into politics and, is here on behalf of the viewers. So here we go, people.
All right, so how are we going to open this up?
Okay, so let's talk. First of all, my car broke down, so I'll be drinking tonight because my usual person is out of state at the moment. So this is going to be interesting. I've only drank on air 2 times, and I think I passed out on one of them. Okay, so let's get right into it. So there's been a lot of bullshit regarding Kyrie Irving. And it seems like he might be retiring, despite the fact that it seems like that while we condone anti-Semitism, once again, there's a lack of knowledge when it comes to the historical context of why it is that conspiracy theories are a matter of survival in the Black community. So I don't know at what point we've ever been able to trust the government. Tuskegee was, after all, a government-funded study with county doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about certain things, what's another one? COINTELPRO is another one.
The assassination of Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah, Julia Clarice Brown, that bitch.
The assassination of Malcolm X.
Yep, may he rest in peace.
The move bombing.
Oh, God, the move bombing. How is it that your government can bomb you? Like, we were all alive during the move bombing. That's the crazy part about it. So when we talk about all these things, when we talk about anti-Semitism, when we talk about, there's been certain points where, especially during the civil rights movement, we were able to find more of a coalition type thing. But it seems like the right wing is really sat there and focused on, it's like they've learned just enough about our culture to insert white supremacy, but not enough to want to give reparations.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
So, Godfather.
Yes, sir.
So you are a Brooklyn Nets fan and a Knicks fan.
That is correct.
Okay, so how has this left you feeling with your friends? I know that you are a very big fan of New York teams, and you're generally not a political person, even though the NBA has been pretty forward with what they've done.
I'm not really outspoken person when it comes to politics, but in regards to information, I like to keep myself in the known. But with conversation with others, problem is it's a little wishy-washy because they hear one thing and then they feel like they have to say something, and the next thing they hear a different thing, they need to switch up the tune. In regards to Kyrie, I have not a strong feeling, but more a cautious feeling in regards to, especially the words that that he spoke. I will say is this: for a person like him, I respect how his demeanor is, how his feeling is towards, understanding what our history and, and some of the things that are lack of history that people don't know about, but quick to judge or assume. Could he had a different approach about it? Yes, 100% agree with that.
Do you think he should retire?
No, he should not retire.
Do you think
he
the
should.
list of things to do is too long?
No, the thing is this.
Oh, because
it's always a touchy situation when you include events and something political, something powerful of a discussion, and you mix it into a multi-billion-dollar revenue. People say that, oh, it's a free will to speech, free this and that. No, it's not. When it comes down to business,
company.
Huh?
It's a private company. The NBA is a private company.
Yeah, the NBA is a conglomerate, point blank. And the fact of the matter is, just like the NFL, just like the MLB, just how like the Premier League and all this other stuff, the moment you say something that draws attentions that leads to anything political, you have to be cautious of what you say, even though you have a strong feeling towards it. And I respect this strong
feeling. Are we
feeling.
going to really put the NFL in this category? Because NBA, yes. MLB, yes. NFL?
Don't get me started on the NFL.
When it comes to millions of dollars in advertising and revenue and all of that, and what can hurt the money, no matter what it is, they want to nip that in the bud immediately so that money's not lost.
Correct. Because the public is an influencer.
I think that they're overcorrecting and not.
100%. 100%. I 100% agree with that point. That literally that statement you just said, I 100% agree. They're overcorrecting, but excuse me. Keep in mind, who's the influencers when it comes down to these multi-billion-dollar companies? You have to take that into consideration. And we're not there, nowhere close to being there, but we're making some progress. So I want to say a milestone.
So just quick poll while I'm still drunk. So I consider Jews to be white people with a different religion. Is anyone here feeling differently? Because I feel like they're persecuted because of religion.
Very, very, very different. Because that would
literally every black person I've asked, they're like, it's a white person with a different religion. That's it.
Except for those Jews that are of original Hebrew descent, aka Arab Jews.
And let's take a step further.
You, like in the black community, you have to love the Hebrew Israelite cousins, okay?
But when you make
the problem right there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know about that.
They went from selling incense to now Kanye and Kyrie pushing their bullshit. Kanye to defend himself, Kyrie because he actually believes it.
Kanye, hold on.
Yeah.
See,
go ahead,
there's two different things.
Kanye got in trouble so much he fucked up Kyrie.
No, Kanye has a medical problem, which I strongly believe, which is influencing his whole way of thinking. Versus Kyrie has a strong opinionated feeling, but he's well-minded. And the reason why, that's a good shit right there. And the only reason why I feel more cautious when it comes to Kyrie is because, don't get me wrong, both of them are two intelligent men. But the problem with Kanye is more...
He knows what he's doing. I don't care.
He knows what he's doing. The problem is he can't control it. because the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna say it, the man's bipolar. He has a strong issue with that right now. And the problem is he doesn't have people who will say no to him.
That's because he's so rich he can buy new people.
Exactly. Now to piggyback off of that, throughout his whole career, there's always been only one person that could reel him back to reality, and that was his mother, Donda.
Yeah.
Once Donda was gone, nobody was telling him no after that. And even if they did, he wouldn't listen. He would either ignore you or fire you.
Yeah. And that's the problem when you have too much power. When you can't fix your own problems, your problems will collude. And I wouldn't say that he's going to lose a lot of money or money at all because he knows the ways to get money. But it's just a whole thing, whereas you're getting people to turn against you. And then now you're becoming like a Napoleon.
And now it's affecting other people around you.
Hold on. I mean, yeah, I'll be fucking honest with you. Napoleon's one of my inspirations, but I love the way that the Haitians fucked him up. I ain't even going to
Napoleon shot the nose off the Sphinx because it was round and not pointed like the white Frenchman.
I think we should go fix that and give Haitians reparations. If you want me to be honest with you, I think France owes Haiti money.
I think France needs to. France owes so much money they'll bankrupt themselves paying it.
How is that our problem?
Well, aside from the Haitian Americans and the French nationals walking America right now, I don't know who else it affects. Oh, yeah, and the Francophone regions of Africa.
The Pan-African diaspora, let's be honest, we're all owed reparations because, you know, I'm owed reparations for having to explain the difference between a black and white anti-vaxxer. So when we talk about pharmacy deserts, when we talk about lack of access to healthcare, when we talk about all these things, what made Tuskegee possible? Lack of doctors that would treat black people. So you have these doctors coming in, doing everything else, gaining your trust. So the experiment ends in 1977. My parents are already alive at this point, as well as everyone else's parents on the chat. So we were born 6 years after the 7 years, technically 8 years after the Tuskegee study ends. So
many of those experimented on were still alive when we were born.
Yeah.
Many of those men were still alive when we were born.
Yep. Their children are alive now. So I need you to think about that. So when our parents or people our parents' age or even our age say that the government wants to kill you, it's based off historical experience. It's not based off of a conspiracy theory. Like, I don't think that white people understand that the government isn't attempting to kill you guys. White women who vote for Trump, let's be honest. Where do you think your gynecological visit comes from? Marion Sims was a butcher that experimented on black women, slaves, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And that's where your pap smear comes from.
People don't want to hear. That's the problem.
One.
Yeah,
you gotta understand too. Like what you're saying is, hold on. But what you're saying is this too. I'm not knocking what you're saying, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that people don't like hearing hard truth, or let's just call it the way it is. White motivated people don't like hearing history about black people. Point blank.
It's their history too.
Huh?
Because they were on the wrong side of history during our stories.
Of course. And that's the problem when they don't want to learn what their own family trait did. I'm not saying all, but they don't want to learn that shit because they can't fathom, or they can't what's the word I want to use? They can't
stomach what they did to us.
The better way to say it. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is they think about this shit too. Once they start getting into that, what happens? they lose their own little power bit by bit, and they lose their financial stability.
Yeah.
Because that's the way our society in America is doing.
You know, something I've noticed now that history classes are really teaching history with context. So when we talk about
100%. 100%. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
yeah. So you know, our kids now can tell us about Bacon's Rebellion. They can tell us about Marcus Garvey and everything else. So I know there's been a lot of pushback in the Board of Ed from conservative parents. They're well organized in Connecticut. Let me tell you that. You know, they accuse Democrats of being well organized because they're fucking idiots. Like, it's amazing that, you know, the left has been able to move the way they have. Because, yeah.
The two didn't even hesitate. Or how, like, they don't want to admit the truth that the richest man in the world was African.
Oh, Mansa
Musa.
But we never hear about that. Let's dig deep into it.
He was so rich that whatever city he set foot in, the economy actually improves just by his presence, and he didn't even spend a dime yet.
And here's the crazy thing: why do we learn about this only in the college level, but not in the high school level?
No. What do you mean college? What do you mean college level?
Because remember, we just started doing African studies not too long ago in college. Keep in mind,
you got to take.
That's the only reason I said that.
In college, they don't even offer it to you. That's an elective.
Exactly, and it's sad that they want to know about history, but what happened to all the history?
Because when you teach the full American history, you have to come to terms with, even if your white ancestors didn't directly participate, they benefited from what their system produced.
1,000% correct.
Okay. You know, I wish people knew that slavery wasn't like Song of the South. There were constant rebellions, uprisings. You had wet nurses smothering newborns. You had people poisoning their masters all the fucking time. Not everyone had access to huge plantations, multiple plantations like Nat Turner. Nat Turner was able to travel from plantation to plantation. Some people had to settle just for poisoning the slave master. Mm-hmm. So was slavery? Not really, because people was fighting back all the time. You just
getting back to the Kyrie thing, right?
Yes.
What we just finished talking about just a second ago was a clip of understanding what his mind frame was when he was speaking out. That's the reason why I say I'm cautious with him, because I get it. I understand where he's coming from. Whereas we're not, he's not anti-Semitic, but, we're trying to put some more knowledge into understanding about our people as well. He should have came at he should have came at a whole different approach than what he did.
Well, here's the thing of it. His intention versus the information that was shared.
Yes.
I don't think he did deep enough looking into what exactly he was sharing. He's just read the premise of the documentary and he's like, hey, look, this is about us. But he didn't know what the contents of the documentary or book was. And I haven't watched it either. I haven't, but I do know that some of his content was based on studies that was done by actual people that were openly anti-Semitic and even aligned with Nazism.
He doesn't know that because
this person's using parts of Nazism to teach Black people about Black people not being who we thought we are. That kind of mixes up the message of what's being trying to taught, and I don't think anyone is really looking at that. They just really, really want to believe Kanye, want to believe Kyrie, and want to believe this documentary so bad, but the context of where the information is coming from matters. It's just like Black Panthers. The Black Panthers are influential piece of our Black American history. But some of those teachings do come from Marxism, which has its own problematic ideologies.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to look at the context of what information we're getting and where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And I don't think Kyrie did enough thinking to do that. And then on top of that, Kyrie's personality over the years has always shown a great deal of arrogance. So this was just the right opportunity to make example of this particular black man. I don't think they would have did this if it was Kyrie Leonard or even a bigger star like LeBron
Or
or
that
I know.
or that gentleman from CNN, not Don Lemon, the other guy, the bald-headed guy. I forgot his name. Something Hill.
Lamont
I
Hill.
forgot. If he would have came out in his way, a little bit more eye-opening or listening compared to how Kyrie did it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie's arrogance is shown face front.
Yeah.
Even if he's talking knowledge. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's why I say I caution, because I'm not going to knock a man for knowing the truth. But
That's not the truth, though. I mean, he took stuff from dusty ass dudes walking around in Power Ranger outfits, yelling at fucking white folks on the corner, and has turned it into the mainstream. Let's be honest. What we all got a Hebrew Israelite cousin somewhere.
My thing is this too. I don't know all of it either. I'm not going to sit here like I know what the hell everything he's talking about, because I do like to read up on certain things on the things that he did say. But what I would say is this: yeah, he was wrong.
Why aren't we talking about boycotting Amazon though? I mean, purchasing the movie went from $12 to $50.
Well, here's the problem. People going to find other things to say. Well, you should have done this. That may favor us. You shouldn't post this. You shouldn't sell this. Or you shouldn't put this video on here or this type of book on here. That's the problem nowadays. Whereas we could say we could boycott them for that, but the problem is they're going to come up with something else to make it a deadlock.
True. All right, guys. So we're cutting a commercial break. We'll be right back. So stay tuned.
Practicing and living in community means that we're responsible to ourselves and others. It means that we're committed to engaging humbly and bravely with others who we may not agree with, but who share a similar worldview. Tensions and conflicts are gifts that allow us to grow together. Join our peaceful revolution.
Okay, guys. And make sure, if you haven't already, check out Kimura's Cultural Corner. Subscribe to her Patreon. That's actually my daughter in the last panel looking at art with Kimura. So if you want a healing space, if you'd like to figure out why it is that she was able to monetize being a Libra, check out her website. Because all she did was take being a Libra and monetized it to make the community a better place. And now we're back with me, DJ Stuff, and Godfather, who happens to be a random Brooklyn Nets fan.
I'm a basketball fan myself. I've always favored Celtics because over the years, most of my favorite players played for the Celtics, but I like all good basketball. I watch college. I watch all of it.
I'm a New Yorker, so I've been born a Knicks fan, and I was just happy the Nets left Jersey to go to Brooklyn to put some more money into the damn city.
Yeah.
First game I ever watched was Boston versus Chicago. First time I ever been to an NBA game, it was Boston versus Wizards. So I mean, Boston's always kind of, plus I like the color green too.
I was born
in love for the Sacramento Kings. They were a good team, especially in the 2000s.
I'm a LeBron fan. So before that, I was a Michael Jordan fan. So
my first NBA game that I went to go see was Knicks and Bulls. And that was in a playoff.
How was that?
Epic. Even though they lost.
Well, I got to see Jordan after his prime years at the Boston game, but it was still a good game.
I'm like a Yankees girl myself, so if it's not LeBron James playing, then me and my daughter aren't interested.
That is sad.
Well, I am going to be taking her to some basketball games. I was supposed to take her for Connecticut Sun. I forgot what happened. I think I wasn't able to pick her up that day, but she was supposed to go to the casino for a Suns game.
That reminds me, I need to pick up a Suns jersey.
Yeah, we do need to. What the fuck happened to Brittany Griner, and why is she missing?
Listen,
Missing. It's all politics game.
Yeah, but if it was Tom Brady, we would have bombed the shit out of Russia by now.
No.
I put up a status.
Here's instead of Brittany Griner, what would we have done by now?
You understand something here.
Listen, we got first and foremost, we have a black woman. Number two, she's a woman. Number three, she is not feminine in appearance. Number four, she's openly gay and married in a gay marriage. Number five, she just happened to be American breaking the law around a critical point in Russian politics with Ukraine.
Yeah.
And
also,
now this highly decorated Olympian is in their midst. But she's still a black American, so that's more what the fuck is America doing? Because I bet if it was Breena Stewart, a feminine appearing white woman who's also a pro basketball player and an Olympian, they would have sent the special ops teams after her.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Breena Stewart is, Google her picture and then come back here.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
at
me about it.
Google it right now.
Let this be the elections for the presidency, right? It'll be a different ball. Sorry. I'll tell you that right now.
You said Brittany who?
Stewart.
Breena Stewart.
Breena Stewart.
Breena Stewart. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fucked up.
Former UConn Husky.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Okay,
Bree.
guys. Wesleyan, you mean?
No,
UConn.
Oh shit! Wait, Brian. It went Brian.
Breena.
Yo.
Breanna.
Breena Stewart.
Wait, Brianna or Breena?
It's spelled Brianna, but it's Breena.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call it Stewie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have the picture here. So
Players for Seattle.
I'll be pulling her up in a moment. I've got her photo on here. All right, so let's show the viewers my tab. Share screen. I'm aware. I want to show you guys that Chrome tab. So I'm sharing now with the viewers. And yeah, so she is femme presenting, white female. Oh yeah, we would have totally bombed the Kremlin for her, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Femme appearing, pale skin, white woman. Also an excellent basketball player, just like Brittany Griner.
Would she have been able to coach the Russians like Brittany?
Brina's more of a shooter. Defense wasn't always her strong suit.
Yeah, because while we're sitting here worried about Kyrie Irving, I'm like, we got a black woman in Russia who's locked up right now. But
let's also touch on the fact that all of this has happened with Kyrie and Kanye and the focus on that, and then the takeoff shooting, and then it just so happened to disappear. The story about Brett Favre stealing millions of food stamp money from the people of Mississippi.
Yo, why the fuck is that man not in prison? And why the fuck are we not? Like, I understand he probably doesn't have an active shoe deal to cancel, but we can.
I'm gonna tell you why. No,
him
I'm
off.
gonna tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the reason why no
And
one's
it's
touching Brett Favre.
Go ahead.
He is a man-made god in the state of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm a disrespectful Yankee.
dead ass. Brett Favre has more pull than more politicians in that state.
I laughed my ass off when that rookie sacked him and ended his career. First sack of that rookie's career and it ended Brett Favre's. The Viking
He was a
game.
good player. Don't get me wrong. But the problem I'm having is this. This is what I talk about, where it comes down to power is being used to what's the word I want to use? When you abuse power and you put yourself in the headlines like this,
all that power.
let that be a black man do something like this. His power be gone within a week.
Right.
We have a white man who played for NFL for what 16 seasons, only won one Super Bowl, lost another Super Bowl. He has no records anymore because the fact of the matter is they won't beat his records. But he just puts in, because his popularity and the money that he made for that state, for those people, he had a lot of influence. He's been like that for years.
He reminds me of a more influential Herschel Walker, but
Yeah, that's another fool right there.
where we may possibly have a senator with CTE.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johanna Hayes. Congratulations on your victory. Fuck George Logan.
Yeah, Herschel Walker is definitely a candidate for CTE study, and he's so brain dead they could probably study it while he's still talking.
You remember how this girl, what's her name, Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, when Dorothy asked the Scarecrow, "How can you talk without a brain?"
The fact that the state actually let him even go for that type of position knows that state is fucked.
There's a Republican stronghold that really want to eliminate the left-wing element in politics down there.
Like, part of me wants to go down south if, God forbid, Warnock loses, just to see what they'd say. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I turned around and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bro, I am so fucking drunk.
And the sad and the crazy thing is there's nothing legal going on in that case.
Nothing. He convinced constituents in Mississippi politics to allocate money for him to build a stadium not in Mississippi.
Wait, the stadium isn't even in Mississippi?
No, it's not in Mississippi.
It's just for volleyball. That's it. It's a stadium for volleyball. His name in Mississippi. It's the surrounding state. I forgot which surrounding state was it.
Was it Alabama or Louisiana?
I think it was Louisiana.
That's a good question. I don't know. But all I know is this: the fact that you want to take low-income people money and feel like that's okay, and then say that I wasn't aware of it. That's full of shit.
Well, I thought Brett Favre specifically knew that what was going on.
Mississippi is the poorest state in the union. There's 50 states, and it's at the top of the poorest.
Oh,
and on top of that,
here's the thing.
On top of that too.
On the bright side, before anything, when Puerto Rico becomes a state, because obviously they're not going to let us become independent because fuck the United States, they will actually bump Mississippi up from the poorest state to the second poorest state. Fuck the United States.
Puerto Rico has tourism on this side. I don't know anybody that's booking expensive trips to see the shoreline of Mississippi.
That's their fault.
Who the hell want to go to Mississippi when they got fucked up water like Flint?
When they could go to Puerto Rico and swim in clean water.
This is true. Loquillo.
But yet, no one didn't say anything with the situation with the water crisis in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. On top of that, being the poorest state, the water crisis, the welfare system does affect the poorest of the poor, which is majority of the black population and a significant portion of the white population, because we all know whites actually gain more welfare benefits than blacks do proportionally.
2024.
So it's affecting everybody in Mississippi below the poverty line, which is more than half the state. But Brett Favre, the football hero, is getting none of the smoke because we directed it all to Kanye West. Well, artist formerly known as Kanye West, because he's Ye now, and Kyrie Irving, the most brilliant, arrogant player in NBA since Dennis Rodman.
All right, let's be honest with ourselves here. So while Kyrie Irving is being done wrong, can we stop pretending that Kanye didn't need to get canceled back when he was being anti-black?
He's been.
This should have happened before the White Lives Matter shirt. This should have happened the moment he said slavery was a choice. And then a week later, he's like, my baby mother's discriminating against me because I'm black. It's like, sir, pick a side.
I haven't listened to
bipolar issue.
Bipolar can only get you so far. This man is a con artist who takes advantage of his bipolar disorder to do the shit he does. So he is.
That I can agree with.
So
yeah, people do weaponize their mental health issues when they're brilliant.
Too many yes men.
Too many people telling him yes. Not enough people saying, Kanye, if the lithium's fucking you up, go try Abilify. That's all I'm saying. So we all know how it is. We all know a bipolar person somewhere. So you know that they have these periods where, you know, they can't get out of bed for a couple weeks. Then they turn around and they're hyper as hell for a few weeks. It's a very exhausting process, but it's good to have people around you if, you know, they've got OCD as well. So, because they'll fold all your fucking clothes for you.
Right.
But let's not pretend that when you commit a crime and you're mentally ill, you may be acquitted.
Right.
So the problem is that Kanye doesn't give a fuck about black people being given the death penalty if they're mentally unstable. He's not talking about, you know, disproportionate outcomes for our military veterans of color. He's telling everybody slavery was a choice. And somehow undermining the reparations movement the same week that there's a fucking bill in front of Congress for a reparations study. So he effectively killed a fucking bill in Congress for a reparations study. Do we need a study? No. But would it have gotten us closer? Maybe an inch or so, which is better than, you know, the other inch.
Kanye Tactics has a purpose for something he's always up to.
He wanted to name his 2018 album Hitler. He grew up in an all-white suburb. Just because his father was a Panther, did he grow up with his father? No. And that's his mother's fault. Fuck his mom for bringing him out of Atlanta and moving him to a predominantly white suburb. Because we could have had, you know, Kanye on day one was like, George Bush don't care about black people. He would have turned around and said that in 2016, Bush don't care about black people, or Trump don't care about black people either. But what was he doing? Red hat, terminated his contract with Nike, giving him 5% and went over to Adidas, not for the money, but because, according to his interview, they allowed him to wear the red hat. Because in case we forgot, Adidas wasn't his original shoe manufacturer. It was Nike.
I remember him openly complaining about that.
Yeah. I mean, they were paying him good for the time. So Adidas did break the industry norm, give him more. They were a foreign company. But why did he say he did it? He said he didn't do it for the money. He did it because they allowed him to express himself with the red hat. Because they're not an American company, they're German.
They also gave him complete creative control over the designs.
Indeed, is also the reason why they picked Kanye, is because they replaced him with Rick Ross. Yeah, I forgot about that song. You ain't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Date rape.
Yeah, that was right. Rick Ross was originally the rapper with the Adidas deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. When I think of Rick Ross, I don't think of shoes anyways. Because I don't think about creativity. I think about bypass. Not like a fat joke or anything, but that's really what I associate him with.
Well, him and Khaled are well-known sneakerheads, so it makes sense that he would have a shoe deal of some sort.
DJ Khaled, I can understand. DJ Khaled wakes you up every day on Snapchat with a smile. He brings you everywhere. If you want to start your day out right, you subscribe to DJ Khaled on Snapchat, and this man will take you everywhere and fill you with positivity. So read him or check out his snaps right after you read the Bible in the morning. Mwah.
Well,
Khaled's
I know some people would describe Rick Ross as naturally funny in person, just generally quieter than Khaled?
Commercially, Khaled would be the best choice for sneakers. Because you can't get, I mean, Jordan, I'm pretty sure if Jordan went with Adidas, next thing you know, the Illuminati would kill him.
Khaled's so hyper, he smokes weed to be normal because he's already high.
I think he would be a fantastic person to put in the cipher. But it seems like you disagree, Godfather. What's going on? Oh, he has us on mute right now.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I pressed the thing by accident. What you were saying?
So we were talking about DJ Khaled versus Rick Ross on a sneaker deal, and I'm like, I think DJ Khaled would be the if you want me to be honest with you, I see it. This isn't a diss towards DJ Khaled nor a fat joke. I really see him on Jenny Craig commercials or some sort of Weight Watcher shit. Like he should be plugging that.
DJ Khaled makes millions of dollars off of Jordan Brand right now. Trust me, this man is smart. He knows what he's doing. He took a retro and he branded it to the max, just how like Travis Scott did as well. He made that brand and took it to the max, and that's the reason why you see not even just kids nowadays, people our age will spend over $3, $4, $5, even thousands of dollars on these damn sneakers just because of their name.
I'm sorry, but you both know me. How often do I spend money on shoes that aren't Uggs?
You're the total opposite.
Yeah, I was going to say the last time I bought myself a new pair of shoes that were name brand was back in 2014.
The Pippins that you have.
Oh, okay. Besides the Pippins, and I got those. I got mud on those at the cemetery, and I need replacements.
But oh my God! But what I'm trying to get at is watching that don't know her. You do not want to see the state of them Pippins.
Listen, I do mutual aid for a living, so it's not even a living because I'll make money off of it. But
you went to Burning Man with them.
I look like I ran a political campaign with them. I look like, I walked 40 miles in 40 days.
All I gotta say is you buy them for that type of purpose. Put it like that.
Listen, I have some Reeboks in case I need some new looking sneakers. Fuck y'all. But yeah, I'm the exact opposite of a sneakerhead because I feel like it adds to landfills.
I'm not a sneakerhead, and I recycle my own shoes.
You are so full of shit. Cap.
I don't know the names of the shits. I just know that I like the way they look. I started recently wearing Jordans just for image sake. I'm more of a Puma, Converse, Vans, DG. Those are my preferred brands. I wear Nikes for the look. And Jordan 4s just happen to be comfortable for DJing because of the air chamber.
I can't say shit. I'll be buying shit like crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but in a reasonable sense.
Every fucking color that you could find, he had.
I don't got every color. I got 3 pairs of 4s.
He had every color of everything. He used to work at Dick's before. Yeah.
You gotta say the whole name. Dick's Sporting Goods.
Nah, we ain't giving them no plug out here.
They're a dying brand anyway.
I know someone helped.
I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm gonna put it like that.
Every fucking color Jordan. He got so many that people used to borrow them to go to the club. So everybody in the picture would have his Jordans. So you would kind of like fucking 10 people. All the dudes would sit there and have borrowed his shoes, and all the bitches are like, yes.
Here's the best way I can explain it. So for someone like you, it's just a shoe.
Yeah.
And I get that. So, like me, hold on. For me, I'm a car guy. I look at a car and I see the value of the car. I see why the GT500 has a special place, this, that, the other. Any normal person say GT500, they just see old ass Mustang. No, this is a GT500. Carol Shelby did this, that. It's special. And you're looking at it, it's just a car. It's an old ass car.
See, I'm more of a fashionist person because prior towards my health scare, I was a big dude, right?
Yeah.
So I had a lot of confidence in
so
it. What I would do is, like, as far as what I would do is this. I love fashion. I love to wear nice things. So I put in work into the type of outfits or clothing and sneakers and shoes and boots because I like the way my style is. Didn't realize till I started getting older, damn, that's a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I had all different types of flavors of different types of styles because that was my thing. That was my love. I love fashion. I love different types of outfits. And I was a statement person back in the days. If you ever look at me in the club pictures, I was the first person wearing certain things. And I noticed seeing everybody wearing that shit after. So I used to do that a lot. You know?
Right.
When you get older, I ain't working for me, buddy. I'm okay.
Right.
No, you're so full of shit because you know you're already working overtime to go shopping. You know that mierda.
Not for me though. I ain't shopping for myself anymore. I haven't shopped for myself for God knows how long. I get one thing every other 6 months or something like that. Now let me stop. Not that long, but
yeah. The electronics. Let's be honest. So his love is cars, right? Your love is electronics.
Yes, because I'm a techie person. I love technology. I'm an IT person. So I like to try different things out, so on and so forth, you know?
Wait, so have either of you been on Twitter lately? Because it's become a wonderful cesspool where I'm tweeting shit on an Elon Musk parody account about coupon codes for blue waffles.
Elon Musk is bored.
I want to be that type of bored.
Well,
a bored little rich kid with all that South African mind money. It just, I like your tech company. I'm gonna buy it and put my face on it.
Tesla.
I like your social media. I'm gonna buy it and change all the rules.
Twitter.
And then gonna name his kids some technical terminology.
I'll be honest with you guys. So I've been taking it. Here's the thing. So at first it scared me because obviously the use of the N-word skyrocketed 500% the day that Elon Musk took over. So the 24 hours after he took over, it skyrocketed 500%. So I decided to test it out. I posted the results. You can still get your account suspended for using the N-word. And I've been taking full advantage. Sometimes I'll sit there and just type it into the search engine and then report off my Elon Musk parody page, about 10 of them. So I take about 10 out a day.
You think that's crazy? Wait till the metaverse.
Do you want me to be honest? So my son
wait till the metaverse, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everybody, you can say you're not, but I'm gonna tell you this now. It ain't gonna be now, it ain't gonna be a year from now, it ain't gonna be 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Possibly. Everybody's gonna be on that VR. And that metaverse is gonna be the new Facebook, Twitter, all them type of social media.
Man, I seen Black Mirror.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Wait, I haven't seen
genius for that one.
Is that on Netflix or
It is a Netflix show. There's an episode about virtual reality. Every episode is a different story within the same universe, sort of. It's like it's kind of like Twilight Zone a little bit.
Oh, that's awful then. No wonder
Watch it.
About Black Mirror.
Watch it.
I don't watch scary stuff, I'll be honest with you.
They're interconnected, but in a weird way. You just gotta watch it.
So I actually watched Jeepers Creepers and I had nightmares because I'm a bitch. So I can show up to a protest with people holding guns in my face, you know, like Trump supporters. I can show up to a protest where I almost get stabbed, but God forbid someone shows me something gory and I'm like, ew.
Then don't watch Jeffrey Dahmer episodes.
Can we talk about how this would have never happened if Jeffrey Dahmer were eating white women? Because I'm just
I
saying.
mean, why is Amber Alert called Amber Alert?
White girl, blonde.
Yeah. They probably would have caught him faster if it was white women.
They would have never bought back one of his victims if it was a white woman.
But then again, how long it took to nab Ted Bundy?
Because supposedly he got sex appeal?
Didn't they have a movie out like some shit for Ted Bundy too, like years ago?
Yeah, they did.
Because
It was definitely a good movie.
never gets the money, the victims never get the money. It's just the production company making it, and maybe the serial killer themselves get some money on their books. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
on abolition and everything, but y'all can leave them in there because I don't want to be eaten.
Ted Bundy was charming and handsome, so he would get away with shit. Ted Bundy was the charming and handsome one, so that's how he got away with most of his shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
but, no, getting back to that money shit. The only reason why they hesitant to give the victims money is because all that court proceedings is all public.
I just want y'all to know this was full.
I bet it was.
Okay, you're gonna pass out.
I am not gonna pass out because I'm about to go party. It's Wednesday. Pig's Eye is open. I want to go connect with my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it though. I'm gonna pass out. You right.
Bad.
All right. So, what do you think should be done about Kyrie Irving? Because I don't agree with this long laundry list full of shit.
All right. So I
feel this is just me. Bring him to a museum. I don't think you should have to pay the fine, but yeah, educate him. But
okay.
At the same time, I want everyone else to educate themselves about why it is that the Black community is so easily susceptible to conspiracy theories, because conspiracy theories have been a matter of survival now for centuries.
I'm going to answer that with this. That's what they should have done. What they can do now is too late now because everything's out in the open. I think in the effort to make example of this cocky dude that, okay, he's cussing people out, he's publicly refusing vaccines, this, that, and the other. They took the opportunity to make an example out of him to keep everybody else in line, but they picked the wrong one, being that he's A, so public, and B, such a harsh punishment being talked about openly before he even got to one of the things on the list.
So you do know they just reported that he did half of the list already. He's almost done.
Why the fuck?
He has to because he's talking about retirement, but he badly wants to play basketball, so he's going to get through this shit and get back in the game.
Yep.
He wants to play.
Play basketball. He's not being. Here's the thing. What he's doing isn't intentional. What he's doing is basically the Black community has survived on not believing the government and turning around and listening to the community instead. So all he's doing is listening to a subsection of the community that happens to be wacky. We've taken something that everybody knows what a Hebrew Israelite is. Everybody knows about them dudes that got Israel for their last name on Facebook, or Yudah. And those are the ones who are fucking mad about women because they say that women are bashing him. They're like hoteps to the 10th degree. Except
I got a bone to pick with some of these so-called Moors too.
You want to hear something? Yeah, we can get on them in a future episode, but right now, it's these Hebrew Israelites fucking Kyrie Irving up. Because let's be honest, we used to sit there and make fun of these motherfuckers selling incense on the corner until recently when they became part of a national conversation thanks to Kanye and Kyrie. And Kyrie's the motherfucker who's sitting there talking about the earth is flat, despite the fact that he can afford a fucking space ticket to go, he can go live right now on Facebook. The tickets are $250,000. He can go live on Facebook right now and say, guys, they're about to shoot me up in a rocket, because Kyrie Irving also said he wanted to go into space.
There are work drones in the hospitals that cost $250,000.
What?
Yeah, there's 4 of them at UConn Health Center right now. each worth $250,000.
Wow. I'm sorry, that's the hood in me because I'm like, damn, I want to rob one, but
Well, you have to get through a bomb-proof casing that contains the medication. That's it's also finger coated.
huh. I don't care. I can take that shit to the mall and jailbreak it.
You
Good luck
think that's
picking it up.
good.
Good luck getting it out the building.
They haven't met a determined Puerto Rican yet.
If you get it out of the building, good luck getting it off campus.
Shit. So for context, guys, I don't drink, so this is the first drink I've had since last week. So I drank on Friday, and before Friday, after my surgery, I drank. When's the last time I drank? This summer? Last time I drank was at Pig's Eye. No, it wasn't. It was on my birthday.
I don't think you should be drinking at all, but that's my personal opinion.
What do you mean, me? Why do you think I shouldn't be drinking?
Well, first of all, you're such a lightweight. If you're any lighter, you'll be helium.
Facts.
Wow.
Second of all, your mouth is reckless.
I mean, that's why I have a show.
And number 3, you ever seen a drunk Latina that wasn't crazy?
Yeah.
You have?
Oh yeah, they lose that pseudo.
No. He said, yeah, he found one. Where? Where did you find a drunk Latina who wasn't crazy?
Were they a Mormon?
They were rare.
I can bet you they weren't really drinking, or they had a high alcohol tolerance. Because
I'm gonna tell you this, I must be cautious of what I say because that shit don't fly when people see this.
Oh,
we've just elected officials on this show openly, and they watched.
Yeah. So you got elected officials on here who sometimes watch.
And as I respect them.
I've gotten high with a few of them, but I can't tell you which ones for obvious reasons.
We don't need to go through that route. But yes, I understand where you're coming from. I just say I need to confirm or deny on that information.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's because they don't exist.
I'm sure they do. There's always anomalies everywhere.
Yeah, that means they either haven't drank enough or their tolerance is too high.
You ever seen a Korean man speak perfect Swahili?
Not yet. I want to. Why the fuck aren't we getting reparations yet? Like, the government doesn't need to pay for all of it. Can we not pretend that Chase Bank isn't on the hook for a lot of it? Wells Fargo.
The same thing that complicates matters is also the same thing that gave rise to the ADOS movement.
Oh my God, that cult.
Because what's a Black American when your ancestors were originally Caribbean or South American?
Here's the problem. So, my kid's father, both of them, they happen to be half ADOS and half Jamaican, right? So, I understand that ADOS is,
Now, the broader text says, what's an American when we have 3 continents called America?
Okay, so let's not pretend that the transatlantic slave trade wasn't like the worst thing that happened to slaves. So here's the part where it really bothers me. So Godfather, where's your family from? Because I'm from Puerto Rico and he's from the Virgin Islands. Yo, I am so smashed right now.
Yeah, that's another side of things. The American territories and the Black people in them, namely Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico.
The government gives a fuck about us, though.
Because the U.S. Virgin Islands was once Danish. So they can say that America had nothing to do with Danish slavery, or America had nothing to do with Jamaican slavery or Brazilian slavery, or wherever your portion of diaspora comes from. The American government is saying, not our problem. Yet there's black people born in America. They're just as American as everyone else. They just happen to have heritage elsewhere.
Okay, so Godfather is telling me that he can't hear anything. I'm telling him, turn your volume up. Or hold on. Can you hear us now? Do you mind pointing at your ears aside? I don't think our guests can hear us.
Hold on.
Oh, he said, let me get my headphones in the private chat. So he's on his way to get his headphones. I'm interested to find out where he's from. But yeah, let's talk about the underinvestment in the meantime in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico.
It is so underinvested that Virgin Islands, St. Thomas in particular, but Virgin Islands as a whole, is experiencing some of the same problems in mainland U.S. Gangs, drugs, and guns. For an island as small as St. Thomas, there's a Crip and Blood problem. Where my father's from is now a predominantly Blood neighborhood.
What?
Gang culture has infiltrated the Virgin Islands. Namely, Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings, and Trinitarios are all over the Virgin Islands.
How? It's the Virgin Islands.
A large portion of St. Croix is Puerto Rican, so that's the Latin King and Trinitarios connection.
My bad.
Being so close to Miami and being able to pick American culture from portions of mainland U.S. and hip hop being an influence, as well as Jamaican dancehall, that has increased the rise in gang culture in the poorest neighborhoods of St. Thomas and St. Croix. Not so much St. John, but there is presence of Crips in St. John.
Wow, that is ghetto. I'll be honest with you, I am fucked up, and I am never doing a show drunk again.
You said that last time.
Well, it took me quite a few months before I got drunk on air again.
Yep, and then you said that last time.
And then it took me quite a few months before I got drunk air on it.
That's 3 times. Hey, anyone that's a regular watcher, we're gonna remind her.
3 times.
Will there be a 4th?
Obviously. Because me never drinking again is only subjective to whenever there's liquor available. Oh, yeah. I last drank on November 11th, and before that, it was on November 8th.
My last drink was last night.
Wow. Round of applause. Oh, wait, he's back and he can hear. So turn your camera on.
All right, back again.
Okay, so Godfather, when was your last drink?
Sorry for the technical difficulties. My last drink was a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Like
Are you healthy right now?
hard liquor or beer?
Any alcohol.
Any, because we're talking about any alcohol.
Oh well, beer I had like 2 days ago. Like hard liquor was a couple weeks ago.
Really? You're actually pretty famous for partying with some of the 93.7 DJs. And didn't they buy you like 21 shots of sake on like your 21st birthday or something?
When Kid Fresh gets drunk, is fucking hilarious.
How is DJ Craig D when he gets drunk?
I don't know. The guy was an asshole towards me and my boy when we were younger, trying to get in the game.
Craig don't drink.
Really? Because he set up a whole A for you on your birthday of shots.
No, that was at that Japanese bar on Asylum.
Okay, yeah.
Ichiban.
That's what her name is it?
Yeah,
Before that?
Ichiban. Asylum? No, what's on Asylum?
Nah, Ichiban. I know what that dude to Ichiban.
Fang,
It's the one.
Fang.
Fuck. Should I
No,
drink?
not Fang. The one next to Burger King. Yeah, finish it.
Koji.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, that used to be Koji's.
Koji's. That's what it was. Yeah.
I want to go there.
They are no longer in existence.
Yeah, they no longer exist. But they had some good sake there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo. This was some good ass wine.
And they had some good Scorpio bowls.
I love Scorpion Bowls.
You should never drink Scorpion bowls.
I've drank Scorpion Bowls before.
You shouldn't.
Why?
Because you're not a drinker.
Why did you buy them for me then?
Because I was an idiot.
I was still drunk 24 hours later after you bought them. Less than 24 hours later.
Yeah, and that's a problem. It's supposed to take an hour per drink for you to sober up.
Yeah.
So I was drunk the following day and broke my ankles.
Okay, for example, you take 3 shots for the night. It takes 3 hours after your last shot to sober up.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. I'm crying for you.
Actually, I got a month off in a nursing home from my kids. I was so mentally exhausted at that point. I considered it a gift from God. Can you imagine raising 4 kids?
If you're drunk the next day, you overdid it.
You don't need to be drinking.
That's not the point. The point
That's
is
a sign.
justice for Kyrie Irving. How about that? Fuck y'all.
Look, Kyrie Irving, get your shit together, play ball, and next time read.
Yes, Kyrie Irving is wrong. But can we not express some sort of like where the fuck is he at?
My beef is this. My beef is this. You didn't have to go so harsh and so publicly. His teammates agree. People that play against him agree.
Yeah.
They didn't have to go that hard, that publicly. They could have handled it in-house and suspended a couple games, come back, boom. But no, they had to sell out, and that's what created a bigger storm because of Kyrie's initial response before the apologies and the payouts.
The powers that be opened their mouths and they reacted.
When we talk about the powers that be, are we talking about a certain religion? Because I mean, I still think they're oppressed, but they got into certain.
Nah, we ain't talking about religion. We're talking about
We're talking
financial.
Like people in
Listen,
power.
we're talking about financial influencers.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like
The
child
only thing is all
banks. I'm not thinking about fucking people with small hats who are spinning dreidels. Yes, they get into the banking industry, but I mean, we generally do what our parents did.
Gaming?
What religion is Warren Buffett?
Nah, I can't hear you.
He's
Hold
Christian.
on.
He needs to upgrade his phone.
Listen, not everybody that's powerful out there has a typical Jewish last name, and even of those that do, there's quite a number of them that are not practicing Jews as far as religion.
Facts.
Give an example. The Nets owner is named Joe Tsai. His name is Jewish.
Right.
What is Adam Silver, anyways? Because Adam Silver,
I think he is Jewish.
Yeah, because he came hard on fucking everyone's like, oh my god, look at what they're doing to Kyrie. And I'm like, Adam Silver had to sell his team. I also celebrated. So did Magic Johnson, though.
But too, you understand something too is this: the influence of people, the influence of what the influence of what Kyrie punishment was. You have to understand, New York is a major market. Your words reflect. Just like if you're in LA, Your words reflect. Any
Do you-
sports figure that you are, politician, doesn't even matter. If you an influencer, your words will reflect on society. That's what New York is. It's the Mecca. It's basically advertisement city.
So would it have the same impact if it wasn't New York, Texas, or California?
If it wasn't,
Yeah.
Probably not. Let's
no.
say it was a player on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Probably not going to get as big a reaction.
It'll get a reaction. It won't get as big as what Kyrie's situation is because of basically the location that he's in. Let's say, for instance, Oklahoma City. That's a small market. Nah, ain't gonna get as big a reaction.
Unless they just won a championship, you're right.
No,
Not even.
Not even. It's a small market. You got to understand something here. Small market revenue does not compare to big market revenue.
Listen, when Dallas Mavericks won the championship years back, you'd be hard pressed to find anyone that didn't watch basketball on a regular that couldn't name anyone on the team besides Dirk Nowitzki.
Or
yeah, he's a nice man. You talking about the blonde one?
Yes.
And keep in mind,
for a white guy.
And keep in mind too is this: the only the good tension that they got from it too is because who they played against? Miami.
Oh yeah, Florida is another big hitter.
No one gave a shit to the Dallas Mavericks for going ahead until they matched up with the big three.
Correct.
They had the big three, and the other side just had Dirk Nowitzki. He's the biggest star on the team. No shoe deal, minimal TV time. Kind of weird personality.
Wait, they were one against Miami, right?
They won one and lost one.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I remember him winning a championship when I was pregnant.
Yeah, they won one and lost one.
Yeah, I was sitting with a couple of my friends in the living room, and we were watching that, and I'm sitting there like, ugh, I'm miserable.
Miami had Birdman. Just the personality alone.
Yeah.
You have the personality and it's I believe the third largest city in America.
And they got the oldest NBA player.
Yeah.
I thought the Lakers had the oldest NBA player now.
No.
Same year as us, LeBron James.
Yo, Hassan Whiteside got the most lifetime contract. He's been with one team for over 20-something years. He ain't going nowhere. He's retiring. He just collecting checks because the fact of the matter is, whatever his contract is, he ain't got to do shit.
Right.
But, yeah, getting back to the whole Kyrie thing, it's just the fact that the popularity part right there is because it's in Brooklyn. It's in New York, which is New York City is the number one influencing place that you could ever find when it comes down to whatever. Fashion, sports, or whatever the case it is. And then, of course, you got LA. Some shit like that happening in LA, of course, is going to be big time, regardless. No, my bad. What you was about to say?
Let me real quick. Who is the Oklahoma baseball team?
They don't have one.
Are you sure about that?
They don't have a professional baseball team.
Are you 100% sure about that? Would you bet right now?
Do they have a softball team?
No. I'm asking you both. Would you bet money right now that Oklahoma doesn't have a baseball team?
Not in the MLB.
Well, let's ask the New York guy in a second.
My apologies. There's no
You will bet money that Oklahoma does not have a baseball team. I bet you $100. Will you be?
$100.
I'm not going to take your money.
But
would you be willing to bet $100 that New York has an MLB team?
Of course, New York has. They got two. Like how many NFL teams New York has?
New York, technically they have just the Bills.
No.
But if we talk about who claims New York, we have 3.
On their taxes is the state of New York, regardless of in Buffalo. Actually, no, you're right.
Listen, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Bills do have us there. They may be a trash team, but they did have OJ, and they do have New York.
Bills
They're
is not trash.
in New York, huh?
The Bills are not trash.
This year, but let's
No,
not.
for the past couple years.
Maybe since about 2018.
When the hell Josh Allen came in? Yeah, like around that time.
How long ago was 2018?
18.
Yeah, so Josh Allen like around 2018.
So,
Yeah, right.
let's not act like the Bills weren't breaking their fans' heart for years. So when we talk about the Bills are the only team that plays in New York. Technically, the Giants and the Jets are New York teams. So neither of you were willing to bet me $100 that Oklahoma has an MLB team, but you were both willing to bet me $100 that New York has one, right?
They have 3.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that he's right, because neither one of you were willing to bet me money that a team out New York does have the influence it does, and that little experiment, willing to place a bet, proved me right, and it proved him right.
Okay, my question is this: what Oklahoma team you talking about?
Shit, let's see if Oklahoma got a team. I'm about to Google it.
There ain't no damn team.
Shit. I just sat there and made the bet with y'all because I knew that you guys weren't gonna
because you're drunk and I ain't gonna take your money. Let alone you're not gonna pay it anyway, but yeah.
Does Oklahoma baseball team? Okay, so they have a college team.
Yeah, University of Oklahoma. Oklahoma State.
Yes, but also
And
I'm
Tulsa.
not going to
Tulsa, Texas.
and you guys weren't willing. You guys were both willing to bet $100 that New York has a team. You guys weren't willing to bet that Oklahoma had a team. So if anything,
we both knew that there was no team in Oklahoma to play baseball besides college.
But you weren't willing to bet money.
And not to mention,
I don't bet.
Technically, the New York team, the New York football team originated in New York. So keep in mind that. And where did it originate at? Brooklyn.
Technically, I'm a New Jersey Giants fan, okay? I just don't want to admit that shit because technically New York is just the New York toilet. So everything that doesn't fit in New York fits in the toilet. Let's not act like New Jersey isn't the fucking toilet of New York.
New Jersey is not that bad.
I'll be back.
That shit stinks, though.
It does. Thank you.
So shit definitely does. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, New Jersey does have a smell to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, generally the people in New Jersey are not bad.
No, because
I've never been to Newark. I don't really have a reason to go to Newark. I've been to Trenton. I was around the right people in Trenton. They crackheads are fucking relentless.
Yeah, big time.
Jersey City is a great place to be. I can contend for that.
Was it Reading? I think what? No, what Reading?
Newport Center Mall. I've been there a few times.
What else? Excuse me 1 second.
Okay. While we're taking 2 breaks, I'm just gonna entertain you solo. I don't know what I should do right now. Maybe I should start beatboxing.
I'm back. Okay, you go ahead and do that thing.
Okay.
Nah, my bad. I'm gonna keep it a buck in. I'm on Jersey. Everybody got it good and bad. I like Hoboken.
Yeah, I haven't been there. My brother has. He liked it.
Hoboken's a good place.
Yeah. The people in Jersey have been good to me whenever I went there. They always show me love.
My apologies. My connection kind of acting up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Yo!
Okay, I can hear you now.
What up?
Yeah, we were just saying Jersey ain't that bad.
Yeah, what? Like I was saying, like Hoboken I like Hoboken.
Hoboken is like East Hartford, but
I've done shows in Union City, Jersey City, and Trenton.
so I absolutely love Union City. That's where a lot of my family lives. But I don't know why the fuck my family had a family reunion in Newark of all places. I can't wait to take my kids for the next one because I was only able to take 2 of them to the first one. So I couldn't handle like I had to like ride public transportation. I had 2 infants at the time for my last one.
Newark gave the world 4 things. Newark, New Jersey gave us Shaq, gave us Queen Latifah, gave us Redman,
Yes.
gave us the New Jersey Drive.
Don't forget Ice-T.
Oh yeah, he was born in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey.
Are we gonna act like he's not Detective Tutuola now?
Hey, that man can be
Ice-T is whatever the fuck he wants to be. He earned that right.
Exactly.
He really did. I mean, I've taken my kids to go see him in concert. So, like, all 4 kids have pictures of him at the Biggie, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, it's just amazing to see that crossover he's done, which is something that they're gonna blackball Kyrie from doing. It's like, do you think he's gonna be able to go from sports to being in dusty documentaries? Maybe, but they should put that motherfucker in some kids' cartoons. You know how much he's donated to charity? He thinks he's doing the right thing. Just educate the motherfucker.
You want to talk about Will Smith being a success story? Ice-T is a rapper who was once a gangbanger, who was once a drug dealer, who was once a DJ, who was once a breakdancer, who was once a Marine, who once got shot, who became an actor, and he got a successful career doing that. He got a beautiful wife. He got beautiful kids. He's living life to the fullest. Things could have went the other way a long time ago.
Yeah, I absolutely love the way that he's happy right now. Cause I have a daughter who looks exactly like her father, and let me tell you that I don't know how his baby mother handles it, because I would just start sitting there and cracking jokes on whoever cracked jokes on my kid for looking like their dad.
Look, that's little Tracy. Leave that girl alone.
She does look exactly like her father. Like, seriously, if you sat there and put his fucking haircut on her head, would she not look exactly like Ice-T? That man cloned himself into a white girl.
A white passing girl.
That girl is white. That girl.
Look at the texture of that hair.
That baby comes from the mountains of Caucasus. She has just a sprinkle of Ice-T in her.
She's not gonna sunburn.
Are we sure about that? Because
not like a white person with sunburn.
So neither of my sons sunburns. Both of my daughters do. Both of them.
They are bright though.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that I've even sunburned at times, and so has my son. So I'm mixed. All my kids are mixed, right? So y'all can go to my 23andMe later if you'd like.
All right, you know who Jadena? You know who Jadena is?
Who?
Jadena. I'm a classic man. That guy.
Sing more lyrics. I'm a classic man.
Do you know that? You know that song?
I probably do, and you're right. But what's up?
He's light skinned. Like very light skinned.
Like me.
Pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same color as Ice-T and his daughter. But he's Nigerian.
Is he albino?
He's a ginger.
Is he like Trevor Noah?
Lighter.
No. Did he come about like Trevor Noah?
His father was an African politician.
I'm gonna need you to inbox me his information later.
I believe he grew up in either Milwaukee or New York.
Wow. Okay.
But let's not forget, Milwaukee's black as fuck for a white state.
Wisconsin. You know what? I know mad black folks from Wisconsin. They got a whole Facebook group. Them motherfuckers love to roast.
Gangster Disciples started in Wisconsin.
Ah, that makes sense because I know from
another place I didn't realize a bunch of black people had. Little Rock.
Oh yeah, that does.
Yeah. Why the fuck do you think Bill's like that? Come on now. Like Hillary got a
Bill been around the block.
but we act like Bill wasn't lying about inhaling. Come on. That motherfucker.
We know he lied. You inhaled that shit, Bill.
Hold
Come
on.
on, man. It's 2022. You can admit this shit now. Obama did, and he won. You can admit the shit now, Bill.
Nope. Exactly.
Hold on.
Obama said he smoked all the memories of high school away, and he became president.
That's probably why he became president. Are we going to pretend now that that's not why he didn't become president?
I think he wanted to forget what his nickname on the basketball team was.
What was it?
Barry the Bomber.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I mean, if we could all erase our high school memories, how much further would we be?
Oh shit.
Nah,
man.
my high school was good. I went to Weaver. Shout out to my fellow Beavers out there. We bleed that green and white.
Yeah, so yeah, you went to school with my cousin, so
Yeah, and we have a hell of a lot of school pride that's intergenerational. That's a rarity in black schools.
So I know East Hartford, we actually get up with each other all the time. So technically it's a class reunion, but it's really just a party that we paid, $100 for because we get up all the time.
My one regret is we never learned the school song until 2 days before graduation. If you weren't in the choir, you didn't know. I remember the Barnard Brown school song because we had to sing it at every damn assembly. But we would never. If you weren't in the choir, Weaver, you never learned the school song till graduation.
Correct. Yeah, if you ain't in no damn choir, you ain't gonna learn shit.
If you went to Barnard Brown, you know what I'm talking about. Every time Ms. Lumpkin played that damn tape and then count 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are the students of the Barnard Brown. I know the whole damn lyrics.
He was Annie Fisher and I was McDonough and Burns. So
I went to Annie Fisher for 2 months.
What year?
1988.
Damn. I was in Burns School in 1988.
I was allowed to start school early due to when my birthday fell and how I tested at Dwight. But
You
I
said
gave
98?
the teacher headaches.
88.
Huh?
You said 88?
Yeah,
I was born in 84.
So his birthday is 9/22/84. He's technically a Libra, but he thinks he's a Virgo.
I was in
Libra starts on the
PS
23rd. I'm on the
309
23rd.
in 88.
Huh?
I was in PS 309 in 88.
In 88, I was
What
in
borough?
Goodwin School.
What borough?
Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy.
Word. My cousin from Bed-Stuy. You might have ran into them.
Who's
My
your
grandmother
cousin?
was a teacher in that school too.
Dorian and Dwayne Stedman. Dwayne played basketball, so you might know him more than Dorian.
He moved here when he was 6, though.
Yeah,
A
well,
lot of people.
both of them are much older than me. Dorian passed some years ago. Rest in peace, cousin Dorian. Dwayne's still alive. He's living down south.
Oh, did you ask Godfather how he knows Biggie?
Yeah, how do you know Biggie Smalls?
Through family, and we used a block away.
I'm sure of it. The famous freestyle video, I forgot who he was battling against when he was 17. That happened a block away from where my cousin stayed at.
Oh wow!
It was like around Myrtle Ave, I think.
So my cousins lived on Quincy and Franklin.
Yeah, okay, I know
lived
exactly.
on his grandma. I can show you the address. They lived next to Franklin, so they lived on Madison, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Quincy and Franklin. That's literally like a block away from where Dave Chappelle had the block party at.
Fuck Dave Chappelle, man. And Talib Kweli, I don't give a fuck. I'm probably the reason Talib Kweli hates Connecticut.
We know, you keep reminding us.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Shout out the fourth word. You lost one. You should have held on to Common.
I love Common.
Erykah Badu still got property in Fort Worth.
I love Erykah Badu, especially when she's in a bad mood.
Yeah, don't piss off a Pisces.
I won't
Water
fuck
sign,
with
baby. So there is nothing better than linking up with a Cancer and a Pisces and a Scorpio and doing some bullshit. My brother Bola is a Scorpio, and let me tell you, we make magic happen at protests. You've seen it. How many cops did we scare off that day? About 400? Mostly him by himself.
Scorpios are the devil's children.
Yep, and that's my son's mom.
So are we talking about children or teachers?
No, they're the devil's children.
His baby mother's a Scorpio as well, and let me tell you, she is a mean bitch at times. I mean, he also makes things difficult for her, but yeah, she can be a bitch.
Oh,
Oh, his baby mom. His baby mom's crazy.
I need to
see what
confirm
you're
nor
doing.
deny.
Yeah, I like your baby mom, though. She is a fantastic person, so give her my regards because I haven't met a better woman, but she's a little crazy.
Fuck little.
you know what Scorpios like to do a lot too,
Gaslight?
and toot their own horn.
Always.
I think it's time to flip the guitar.
Not be attention seeking. We don't need to seek attention because we already have it.
Okay, then why is Drake losing sales all the time?
Drake is losing sales because he's an October Scorpio, so technically, legally, he's a Scorpio.
No,
Technically,
Drake is on some fuckboy shit. That's what he's doing.
listen, Drake legally is a Scorpio. Technically, he is a Libra with misogynistic tendencies and moody. So they blame the moodiness on being a Scorpio, but let me tell you, this man is definitely a Libra with a bad attitude.
But then guess who's getting more praise, more accolades, more recognition, and soon to be more sales than Drake?
21 Savage.
Nas.
I love Nas and all that shit 21 Savage spoke about him. 21 Savage is usually a woke young man. I think he's been hanging out with Drake too much because I'll be honest with you, he's gone from being a nice young man to a dick.
You sound old as hell.
I don't give a fuck. You're all older than me on this chat, so I'm the youngest one here.
Nas
21
is funny
Savage
because he's a
walked back
Virgo.
on what he said. I'm a Virgo.
Savage better walk back on what he said because the internet fucking roasted him.
Nas don't care. You want to know why he doesn't care? Because he a Virgo. We don't give a fuck about shit like that.
Nas is too busy winning. He's enjoying himself. He's enjoying the boost. He's enjoying the creative freedom he never had before.
Can we stop pretending that Virgos are these efficient creatures when most of them popped up from birthday sex from Capricorns?
That's the reason why Scorpios are jealous of Virgos.
Why are we jealous? We came out of love. We're Valentine's Day,
You
baby.
ain't came out of no goddamn love. You came out of hellfire and brims and stones.
On Valentine's Day.
Listen, Beyonce Knowles Carter, Idris Elba, Paul Walker, Bernie Sanders, Nasir Jones.
You want to hear something? All September 8th Virgos can go to hell, including Bernie Sanders.
But
I love
also,
Bernie Sanders, but remember, who were the only two Virgos I would sit there and save the entire zodiac for?
I love LMA. She's a Scorpio.
That bitch almost hit me from behind at Mohegan Sun. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, don't piss off Jamaicans.
Maybe make sure that you make it known that you're the fucking side chick before I start hitting on your man.
Okay, but she's Jamaican. Don't let the British accent fool you. She's still Jamaican.
Let me know she was the side chick before he had to go yell at her at the High Rollers Lounge.
If she wasn't British or Jamaican and she was Latina, she would have reacted the same way.
I understand that. All I'm saying is that it's all her fault. She should have sat there and made her territory a little bit more known.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna do that.
Well, then how the fuck was I supposed to know not to fuck him?
Okay, we're not gonna confirm and deny who fucked who. All I'm saying is, don't fuck with Jamaicans.
Got into a fight that night at the casino. So I mean, everybody knows what celebrity we're talking about, anyways.
Also,
Going down
when celebrities ain't supposed to publicly be together, they ain't obligated to tell the public, no matter who they are, that they're together.
Publicly was white when he cheated on her.
I mean, he cheated on Ashanti, so what are you gonna do?
On Ashanti?
Why do you think they ain't together no more?
Oh dear, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't even know that she was his side chick until she wanted to hit me from behind. Like, bitch, I already fucked them. What the fuck you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You can't take back that I fucked them. Just go down, baby. You're street in a Range Rover.
Okay.
Baby.
The universal rule: we
Cocoa Pop.
Jamaican women get crazy and jealous.
Pass it to me now.
Londoners are crazy. Light-skinned women can be very, very crazy.
Almost hit me
She's
from
a light-skinned Jamaican Londoner.
Ella May almost hit me from behind.
You're lucky she almost.
He yelled at her. He caught her.
It was a warning shot.
No, that bitch was really going to beat my ass. And the problem is, I was so drunk, she would have won.
If she had a gun, she would have shot you in the knee and said that's a warning.
I'm pretty sure she would have hit me in the back. She was angry.
She would have hit you with the gun first.
My dude.
Hey. Jamaicans.
It was 2020.
My fellow Caribbean folk.
Well,
you know how women can get about their men, whether it's their men, their side men, they backwards man, they frontwards man, they sneaky leak man. It's they man.
But I'm not at fault. I didn't know that he even had a girl.
Read the room.
Listen. So I checked my son into the daycare, right? I got a 11-year-old. I checked my son into the daycare. He absolutely loves Kids Quest. So then afterwards, I can't tell you guys that part because that part's federally illegal. But long story short, I meet someone, and then afterwards they're like, all right, bet. So let's go smoke. So we go smoking. That's how everything happened. I mean, you've already heard the story numerous times from like multiple people who are there.
Including you.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck everyone's so hung up on that story. If I wasn't such a cannabis activist, I would have never met him.
Yeah, we understand that. And I keep saying you didn't read the room and see who was watching you.
The rapper that wanted weed.
And the soul singer that was staring at you quietly.
Listen, she just had to make herself more known. I wouldn't have disrespected her piece. I would just sit out there and smoke the piece with her man.
You're a Scorpio. She's a Scorpio.
Chick, she was a side chick.
Yeah, but you pissed off a Scorpio. What do Scorpios do when they're pissed?
I can tell you that from
at first they're quiet, then they let loose.
Do you want me to be honest with you? Here's what a Scorpio does. A Scorpio gives you multiple opportunities to correct yourself, right?
Yep, but she was giving them all to you before she tried to hit you. You didn't look that way, did you?
So Godfather just told me in the private chat to stop drinking. I just want to show everyone the bottle real quick. It is fucking empty. I have nothing else to drink except grain alcohol, but I'm not Jamaican. So grain alcohol for me was purchased in the beginning of the pandemic. And
Puerto Rico's a hop, skip, and a jump from Jamaica.
Huh?
Puerto Rico's a hop, skip, and a jump from Jamaica, number one. Number two,
flying. I haven't been to Puerto Rico since I was 10. The last time I've been on an airplane, I was flying back from Florida. I drove up and flew back, and I was crying the entire time. I went live during turbulence. And I was like, tell my kids I love them.
Turbulence is fun.
Excuse me?
It's fun.
Godfather, do you agree?
Huh?
You've been on turbulence before. Tell me how, because this motherfucker likes turbulence on an airplane.
You know why?
Why?
I get to laugh at panicky people like you.
Huh?
I get to laugh at panicky people like you.
What you mean? I was in the bathroom vaping.
Well, did you hear the seatbelt sign?
Yeah, I heard the seatbelt sign. You think I listened to that shit? I ran and I cried.
You should have just held on to something.
Hell no. I went back to my seat and then I went back on Facebook Live because, I'm a T-Mobile customer. So amen.
Did you buckle up?
Yes. And I cried on Facebook Live and I'm like, tell my kids I love them. And I'm sitting there bouncing around on the seat on my way back from Florida. It was horrible.
You have a higher chance of winning the lottery than dying in a plane crash.
Well, then let me hit the fucking lottery.
Play the lottery.
I do.
Okay. Do you ever win?
You should see me at the casino. I never walk out with less than $1,000.
Okay. Do you ever win the lottery?
No. Not more than
and plane crashes happen less frequently than winning the lottery.
I mean, they happen more often in car crashes. I've been hit by a drunk driver twice.
I've been in 3 car crashes in my lifetime.
It's your fault, though.
We're not going to discuss that.
What about
you need to stop drinking?
me? Godfather, do you agree that I'm drunk?
I ain't saying shit.
I think that Stevie Wonder wearing earplugs can tell you're drunk.
Stevie Wonder is fucking blind.
But he can damn sure hear your drunk ass.
Me?
I'm sure his nose still works.
Huh?
I'm sure his nose still works.
Stevie Wonder? Probably more.
Well, there was that car crash that temporarily took it away.
I mean, I can't say that shit online. By the way, these edibles are shit because they did hit me.
Finally.
Yeah. Shit. So by the way, I'll be tagging. I can't tag them because fuck. But they will be at future shows. So make sure to look out for the BLM860 420 show. And we'll have, as usual, artists, vendors, and fun.
I'm gonna tag LMA.
On that note, nice talking to you guys. I'm about to get off.
Yes.
All righty, brother.
All right. Well, guys, everyone have a good night. Stay safe from the smoke break. I am going to watch this after I recover from my hangover tomorrow because I don't think I should have drank this much liquor.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some rice and beans and roll up again, and probably. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to Arc Street. All right, so
find something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I will Venmo either one of you for a ride.
All right.
Well, good night, y'all.
Peace.
Mm.